Hey, thanks for taking the time to click on today's video. You know, the art of dabbling. You've probably never heard it called that, but today I am inundated with questions about cryptocurrency. I'm inundated with questions about precious metals, investing in oil, investing in emerging markets. The questions are everywhere, and maybe you've had questions of the same thing going through your mind. Should I get into this? It seems like the latest hot trend. It seems like the latest rave. Everyone's talking about it. Maybe this is something that I need to get into because after all, I don't want to miss the boat. This is human nature. It's called the fear of missing out. So if you've ever felt this, well, welcome to the world of humanity. We're all subject to this sort of thing. When we see people getting into certain things and maybe it looks as though they're winning, we have the unction, we have the desire, we have the feeling that we might be missing out, so we need to get into it as well. But there is one key art that is absolutely so critical when it comes to things of this nature, and that is the art of dabbling. Let me give you an example. I recently had a conversation with a client of mine who gave me a little bit of background about her investment history. And boy, it was a doozy. This woman, every time her friends would talk about flipping homes or buying real estate, she'd get all hot and bothered about it and decide that she wanted to get into. And so she'd get in, and what would happen? The real estate market would go to pot on her and she would lose money. And then her friends talked about getting into precious metals. And so, yep, she was convinced that that was the way that she was going to make money. So she went all in and she invested in precious metals, and because it's a commodity, and because it's very volatile, she ended up losing a tremendous amount of money. But then her friends convinced her, no, keeping your money or putting your money into the stock market, that's where it's at. The market's going up. And so she was convinced, yep, this is what she should do. She put her money into the market, and then what happened? She lost 20% like overnight, according to her. Now, as much as I really appreciate the characteristic of this woman, her very nature, her very core was to never do anything halfway. It was to go all the way. It was to be in and be committed. The reality is that when we're exploring investing in things that we have no experience in, there is such a thing as the art of dabbling. It's making certain that you're only putting a little bit of money into these things so that if you lose, if your timing is bad, just like hers, it's not going to jeopardize your retirement. You see, there's a reason why within the world of investing we discuss things like dollar cost averaging. Instead of this woman taking $50,000, $100,000 and putting it in cryptocurrency, I suggested to her, how about you just simply take $500 a month and invest it in cryptocurrency? This way, as the cryptocurrency goes up and it goes down, you're able to dollar cost average into this. How about instead of putting $50,000 or $100,000 into precious metals, not knowing anything about precious metals, not knowing which direction it's going to go, never being able to predict the future of precious metals, how about you just simply take a breath and put a little bit in every single month? You see, the art of dabbling, when it comes to exploring and investing in things that you don't have a lot of experience in, can save your life. It can save your retirement. So remember, as much as you may want to be an all or nothing person, and you have that character and that nature about you, and even though I certainly appreciate that because I'm a very passionate person myself, when it comes to investing your hard-earned money, money that you've worked literally all of your life for, please, for the love of Pete, don't take your money and invest it all on red number 7. Please take the time to investigate, to research, to ask questions, to meet with professionals who actually know what this investment is all about. They've got experience investing in that investment, and they can tell you the pros and the cons, the good and the bad of all those different things. And then you can make an educated decision whether or not this is something you want to invest in. And let's say that it is, then please start small. begin to dollar cost average, begin to invest little by little so that you're able to smooth out the price that you're paying for whatever that investment may be. The same thing can also be true for the person who's ultra conservative, the person who's always maintained money in CDs and government bonds and things of that nature. You may feel the compulsion, the fear of missing out, and you may think, well, man, I should really put my money into the stock market. But please don't move all of your money into the stock market. Conversely, if you're sitting in the stock market, you've got 30, 40 years of investing in the stock market, you know it, you're comfortable with it, you understand the risk, but you also know that you need to become a little bit more conservative. Please do your due diligence. Begin to work with a fiduciary like ourselves to be able to explore not just the conservative end, but things that may be more in the middle category, the moderate category, things that will create interest and dividend for you. Yes, they still have a degree of risk, but a lot less than potentially where you are today. So thanks so much for watching. And if I can ask, please go ahead and give us a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this little video and found the advice to be sound. And if you're not a subscriber, I'm going to encourage you, hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell. We'll remind you every time we have a video. And then also, could you do your friends a favor? Share this with them because maybe they've been thinking about making a change and this advice could save their financial life and their retirement as well. Remember, it's up to you to make today a great day.